The Football League had the same rules as teachers. A player's salary wouldn't be based on his performance, and if he makes it through a season, he'd never be cut from the roster. Sound crazy? So why are our schools run this way? Joining us now is Hall of Fame quarterback Fran. He runs 2 websites for small business legislation and founded OneMoreCustomer.com. And he's really been an inspiration following his NFL career, which he was an inspiration already there. Fran, nice to see you this morning.
Good to be with you. Thank you very much.
So you wrote this incredible piece for the Wall Street Journal this week, breaking down this notion that if the NFL were run like teachers' unions, we'd have a big problem. Take us through this.
Well, President Reagan said the 8 most dangerous words in the English language are, "I'm from the government, I'm here to help you." B.F. Skinner, 80 years ago at Harvard, had much studies on behavioral psychology. He said behavior is a function of consequences. If you do something and you get a positive consequence, you'll do it more often. If you get a negative consequence, you do it less often. If you get no consequence, you do it less often.
So it only takes
10 hours of...
So it only takes 3 years to get this tenure, so these teachers then locked into this, and it's basically they're not being rewarded for doing good work, I guess.
No. I'm a member of AFTRA, SAG, and the NFL's Players Union, but I didn't have guaranteed employment. When you go and get guaranteed employment after 3 years, if you're a good teacher and you really excel and you really work hard and you really spend time and help kids learn, nothing happens. Nothing. If you're a lousy teacher, it's still nothing happens. You can't even be fired. We've got teachers here in Atlanta that were caught cheating on tests. They were convicted, and yet they're still in the system because they can't prosecute them, and they've been getting paid by the school system for the last 2 years. It's just a system that needs to be changed, and the only hope we have now in education in this country, charter schools, private schools, because we even know in the inner city, the Catholic schools do much better than the public schools.
I want to put up some rankings here on the screen and get your reaction to it. The U.S. education rankings right now, we're 31st right now in math in the world. Reading, 17th. Science, 23rd. Now, these are disheartening. We had some science kids out here on the plaza earlier this morning. We're thinking, God, we need more of these kids in our society, and we're 23rd in the world.
Well, we have a segment of our population who believes that we should have bigger, more government. How's it working out in Greece? How's it working out in Spain? How's it working out in Portugal? This country was based on meritocracy. It's been around forever, where we reward people that perform.
So how do you change it, Fran? How do you change it? After 3 years, you know, we talk a lot about the negative sides of all of this in the teachers' unions, and you know, there's a lot of great teachers out there. How do you change the system to reward those who do great work for our children?
Well, we're probably going to have to privatize the system, because we don't have politicians, Democrat or Republican, who have the guts enough to go and make these systemic changes in education and tax reform that we need to make to get this country back and rolling, that goes and supports the private sector, that goes and supports the entrepreneur, to bring out more Steve Jobs and more Al Davises, who both passed away this last week. That's what we need. We need somebody that just doesn't pony up to the special interest groups. We want politicians that will go and solve problems, and that's what I am writing about every day.
Well, you got to check out his website, OneMoreCustomer.com, Fran Tarkington. And if you get a chance, read some of his great speeches over the years, because you are an inspiration. Any person out there trying to start a business who wants to do it on their own and not have to rely on the government to do it. Fran, great to see you this morning. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Coming up.